Hello internets, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do on Tuesdays. Though a lot of you already know that in the summers, I'm a little bit spotty when it comes to posting a video. My wife just worked 3 weeks, working 7 to 7, 6 out of 7 days. The Tuesday before that, I took off to spend time with her, and next Tuesday, she is going to be doing that again, but even more extreme. Only this time, they're going to be putting her up in a hotel room. She might not get a day off for 3 weeks. So yeah, take it off next week, and then the last week of June, I also have something going on where I won't be here as well. I try. But now that we have the housekeeping out of the way, let's get in the show. And our first story of the day is about Billy Graham, who continues to be a light in this world even after his death. I'm going to leave a link down below, but his last will and testament has been made public. In it, he asked his children and his grandchildren to defend the gospel at any cost. And not only to defend it, but to defend it at all hazards, at all costs, to any personal sacrifice whatsoever. He also encourages them to be praying daily, reading their Bible daily. He talks a little bit about his wife, Ruth, and how lovely and enjoyable their life together was, calling her the greatest Christian he had ever known. If you want to check it out, you can do so. It's about 16 pages long. There's just a ton there. It's cool to see Billy Graham still preaching, even in his last will and testament. And there's a lot of legal stuff. A lot of it felt a bit personal, but the first few pages, they're just kind of almost his final thoughts in a way. Moving on to our next story, I like to just kind of shout out VidAngel whenever I can. VidAngel has been a bit of a roller coaster. For a while they were doing really well, but it turned out that they were kind of just stealing content and editing it and then posting on their site, so they were making the money. Now they have fixed that, which is very fortunate, because if not, they probably would have been completely shut down. Basically how VidAngel works now is that you download the application and then you log into your Netflix, your Amazon Prime, Hulu, HBO, and it will then filter out the content so that if you don't want any cursing, you can do that. If you don't want any nudity, you can block that out. And they censor shows so that you can watch them without having to worry about triggers. Or so that your 8-year-old can still watch Spider-Man. So then fast forward to this thing called Global Entertainment, and they have a movie called Show Dogs. And a lot of parents are bringing their kids to see this movie because puppies. They're showing how dog shows are made, how dogs are prepped for them. When you go to a dog show, one of the things that they judge these dogs on is their appearance and their physical form. And apparently it is a very thorough judgment of the dog's appearance in places that may not be suitable for children to be looking at. And so there's a scene of that in the movie. Parents have been outraged. The company has stated that they are going to be editing out that part of the movie going forward. And so VidAngel has publicly stated they'd like to partner with Global Road Entertainment and other companies doing this kind of editing, because there's always going to be a tug of war with the creator's initial intent and parental filtering, and they don't usually line up. VidAngel seems to be the kind of bridge between these two, allowing for both. We'll see if anything comes of it, but I'd really like if VidAngel was able to continue working with Hollywood companies on being able to do this a little bit easier and make it a bigger thing. I know it's targeted towards filtering, stuff for children, but as a Christian, I know a lot of other Christians out there that like this app because it filters out things that they don't want to see as well, and I think that's incredibly valuable. But that's just my thought. We can go on to the final story of the day. There's a televangelist that goes by the name of Jesse Duplantis, and I guess he's decided that he's going to be the next Creflo Dollar. According to Duplantis, God told him to believe for a $54 million jet that would be provided by his congregation, which he decided to tell them was the case. The pastor stated that he has had 3 private jets in the past, but because often these private jets need to be refueled during a lot of their trips, that hinders what they're able to do, which I would assume means that international flights are a bit difficult. Still, I can't justify in my mind helping buy a pastor a private jet. I just can't. I understand that riding coach may not be as easily accessible as far as timetables go. Oftentimes you're not leaving as early in the morning as you'd like to, or as late in the evening as you'd like to. Still, I don't know. I want a private jet. I would use it a lot. I don't know, I can't. So it's gonna be the question of the day. Do you think that a pastor should have a private jet? Do you think that the congregation should pay for it? What do you guys have to say? So please leave a comment in the comment section down below with your answer. As always, my name is Cody Armour, bringing you Christian news in a not so boring kind of way every Tuesday. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Love you guys. God bless.